I was reading the Poe Dameron comic recently, and it occurred to me how different C-3PO is now compared to who he was in the prequel and original trilogies. And no, I don't just mean the Red Arm. So today, I want to talk about the changes and upgrades 3PO has undergone since we saw him in Return of the Jedi. Not only in his programming, but in his own quote-unquote personal growth. First and foremost, he's received a promotion, or at least he's been given more responsibilities. He used to only be in charge of protocol and translating, but now he's in charge of a great number of spy droids throughout the galaxy. All Resistance droids can maintain a communication link to one another thanks to a special protocol partially created by C-3PO. Since he knows so many languages, he can manage the massive amounts of information that comes in from droids out in the field. According to the Force Awakens Visual Dictionary, BB-8 had a tracking mechanism that 3PO neglected to activate because that would have made the plot too simple. But speaking of the languages he knows, in the original trilogy he knew 6 million forms of communication. By the time of the Resistance, he was upgraded to increase his language fluency to over 7 million forms. His role as Spy Master is seen most prominently in his own one-off comic and the Poe Dameron comic. In his own comic, he can be seen on a mission with a number of other droids under his command, all of which are destroyed. This is when he loses his arm and takes up the red one as a reminder of their sacrifice. In the most recent arc of the Poe Dameron comic, he's paired with Poe to find a member of his droid spy network that supposedly has information about the location of Supreme Leader Snoke. After they find that droid, they fall under attack by the First Order, and he activates many droids throughout the city they're in to assist them. And I mean a lot of droids in just one city. The network he's responsible for is impressive. This arc is what inspired me to talk about this in the first place. It dawned on me that while 3PO is still very fussy and his annoyance is played up, he's far more capable than we've ever seen him before. After a crash landing, 3PO voluntarily stays behind to delay Agent Terex and allow Poe to escape. Self-sacrifice and heroism has never really been a part of his character in the original trilogy, and it got me thinking, what accounts for that? It's like he's actually growing personally. Is that even possible for droids? I think this story and the C-3PO comic specifically can make the argument that droids are sentient and can grow based on their experiences. In his one-off comic, 3PO recalls hazy memories that should have been wiped clean. Memories of Naboo and Padme and Geonosis. He and a First Order droid discuss sentience and their programming and whether or not they can go against it, and it seems like yes, they can. C-3PO had a pretty small role in The Force Awakens, and his line about not recognizing him because of the red arm is played for a laugh. Whether this was intentional or not, I think the experience of the mission where he actually got the red arm, where he witnessed the sacrifices of so many droids, really did change him. Now this could be a bit of a stretch, but he might legitimately think Han doesn't recognize him because in his own mind, 3PO is very different than when they last saw each other, and the red arm is a symbol of that. The more I see of him, the more interested I am to see how his character will continue to develop and grow. What do you guys think? Is 3PO growing and maturing despite being a droid, or is he the same as ever? Leave your thoughts in the comments. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out my Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.